Hi sisters! James Charles here and welcome back to our YouTube channel. For today's video I have a very special guest, my beautiful mother, sister Christy B. I am so excited to have her here for today's video. If you guys missed the last video, my entire family is currently out here visiting me in LA right now. It is so amazing and so much fun. In our last video we filmed together, my mom and my dad actually competed against each other in an episode of Beauty Battles. It was so crazy and so much fun. If you guys missed that video, you have to go click right up here, right above my mom's face, and go watch it. Thank you guys for all the love and support on the video. And so many of the comments were asking me to put my mother in full glam, and I am so excited because I've only done her makeup a few times, and every single time she's complained because it is too much, too full coverage, but she's gonna suck it up. And for today's video, we're gonna give Sister Christy B a sister full glam makeover.
I watch James glam himself or his friends all the time, and I'm very excited to watch him glam me, his mom, with more mature skin. Let's get started.
I'm gonna start my mom's face today by moisturizing her skin using the Touch Up Water Cream. If you guys saw my makeup tips and tricks video from a few weeks ago, I talked about the importances of using a moisturizer before your makeup routine. My mom does have more mature skin, but we are obviously gonna be putting on a whole lot of makeup today, so we really wanna make sure that all the makeup goes on nice and smoothly and doesn't look like cakey and textured, because that's never the goal. For foundation today, I'm gonna go into the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. You guys know this is my all-time favorite, and my mom does have oily skin like me as well, so this will work really, really well with her skin type. And like we were saying, she does have more mature skin, so this is going to be a full coverage foundation, which I would normally not do, but Sister Christy does love a really good full coverage base, right?
Yes.
And that is because she has, oh sorry.
Vitiligo.
Yeah, well, there you go. Do you want to tell the sisters a little bit more about what vitiligo is and how it has kind of like affected you?
Vitiligo is an autoimmune disease, and there isn't any cure. It doesn't hurt, and it's not contagious, but it is white spots that continue to increase as years go on. But I've learned to embrace my spots and love my skin no matter what.
That's why we're putting on a full coverage foundation over top of it.
But I also feel more confident when it's covered up. Do you know that I just started using a beauty blender like 2 weeks ago?
What?
I used to until 2 weeks ago, just use my finger to put in
Scared of that.
My foundation.
Oh, proud of you for making the transition.
Yes, I actually do like it. But
Yeah, isn't it great?
It took me a while to get used to it.
You were so brave.
Thank you very much.
So I asked you sisters to send in questions while me and my mom are doing our makeup today, so we can like talk about stories and me as a child and all sorts of fun and embarrassing things. So let's do that, I guess. Sister Giona asked, do you think James is more like his mom or his dad, and in what ways do you think he is like you?
James has a very strong personality. He always has. His dad has a strong personality.
Okay, so how am I like you?
You're kind. Sometimes.
Excuse me?
I remember when you were younger, you'd go to school and the teachers thought you were the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, are you talking about the same James? Because you always gave us a run for our money when you were younger.
Yeah.
You were very sassy.
Nothing has changed.
But never to teachers. And you're brilliant like your father. Daddy is very, very smart, just like you are.
Yeah, I definitely did not get the...
Hey! Hey!
The smart genes from Sister Christy. I got all the good personality genes that matter.
And you got your looks from me too.
Right.
Good answer.
Okay, so you're just talking about how I was a very, very spirited child, as you always like to say.
Yes.
So speaking of, Sister Alyssa asks, can you tell one story of James from when he was younger that you just knew he was gonna be me?
Just one story? Because I have lots of stories.
Oh, okay.
You did not sleep through the night until you were 2.5 years old. Your pediatrician recommended the Ferber method, which you let them cry for a few minutes and go in and continue to increase the time, so they realize they're not going to get anything from crying, and they'll eventually soothe themselves back to sleep on their own. You were so determined that you continued to scream, and I would leave the house in my car because I couldn't stand listening to you cry. I would come back an hour or two later and you were still crying, and it didn't work for you. So Daddy and I took you to the pediatrician and asked what was going on, and she said most kids would have given up. She said, James is not going to be an easy child to parent, but he's going to do great things in life.
Oh.
She said that.
Really?
She did.
Wow. Angie asks, what is your favorite memory together with you and James?
Spending time on Cape Cod. Every summer we would rent a house on the Cape and hang out on the beach. Well, that's not true. I couldn't sit on the beach. I had to chase after you. Because you literally would go to the different people and start chatting with them. And you were like 2. Now you're contouring my nose, meaning to make it look more snatched, thinner.
We love a good snatch nose here on the James Chales YouTube channel. You have like a good and tiny nose, and you definitely gave Ian your nose. So rude, because I did not get that.
Whose nose do you think you have?
I don't know.
What's the matter with your nose?
I don't know, nothing really.
It's just not as nice as mine.
Yeah. While my mom says is baking in place, I am so excited because now it is finally time for the eyebrows, and as much as I love my beautiful mother, her eyebrows need help. Badly. She has like 3 eyebrow hairs. The ones that are there are like 70 miles apart. I'm very, very excited about this today. We're gonna give her some nice and slayed and snatched sister brows.
I can't wait.
Yeah, me either.
I can't wait. Although I think I put them on nicely when I do. I'm not used to...
You literally take a brow pencil and draw one line
I know,
and call
I'm
it a
not
day.
used to having a full brow, so...
Clearly.
I've never had a lot of eyebrow hairs, and I never even penciled them in until probably a few years ago. Ever.
Really?
Yeah, and what a difference eyebrows make.
Yeah, they change your face.
They really do. I definitely learned that from you.
Well, yeah, my eyebrows have definitely underwent intense transformation for the better on this YouTube makeup journey. So my mom doesn't really have a lot of eyebrow hairs, which actually helps us a lot because we have a lot to work with and we can kind of put them wherever we want, which is great. So I'm starting off this eyebrow by kind of mapping it out. So I'm really extending the front of her brow like a good probably half an inch in. Your basic eyebrow should start like right outside of the bridge of your nose. We're gonna extend it a little bit in and make it a little bit longer. And then I'm just following her natural brow shape and thickness to fill in the rest of the brow. And I'm just drawing really, really light strokes because she does have blonde hair and we obviously don't want them to look like really, really dark brown. That'll just look wonky. When I get to the end of the brow, I'm just extending that brow outwards, continuing with that arch and drawing in a tail at the end to really finish up her brow shape and to make it a complete and full brow.
Yesterday, when I did your brows, I had like a gel. Would you recommend me using a gel on them, James, or not?
The point of brow gel is really to set the brow hairs in place and kind of push them in the direction that you want them to go once you already have your brows filled in. So brow gel is really going to be more for people like me who have a lot of brow hairs, and if you do fill them in, you want them to all lie in like the right direction. But for someone like you who doesn't really have as many brow hairs, brow gel is definitely not necessary.
Okay, good to know. Now the trick is to make the other one look
The same
similar.
way. Yeah. Because brows are
Brows are
not twins.
They are
They're
sisters.
there you go. How does it feel to have 2 eyebrows?
Wow.
They look good,
They
actually.
do look good. Wow, what a difference some eyebrows make, huh?
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, so I have a homework assignment. When I go home, I'm going to practice my eyebrows.
Yeah.
And when I see you next time, they're going to be
Ugly.
snatched.
Oh,
They're going to be snatched.
okay. I have faith in you.
I can do it.
A little bit of faith, trust, and some translucent powder dust. For my mom's eyeshadow today, I'm going to use the brand new Anastasia Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. Just like the name, I do want to go with a soft glam look today. Definitely not going to give my mom a black smoky eye, that is for sure. We're just going to keep it light and natural. I'm going to start off with my Morphe M4x1 brush and dip into the shade Burnt Orange. And just kind of place this all over her lid for a light wash of color. My mom does have more wrinkly eyelids, which is totally okay. It just comes with having more mature skin. I'm just being very, very gentle when using these windshield wiper motions, making sure not to really tug at her eyelid at all because we don't want to create any more wrinkles. We just want to get a light wash of color on there very, very nicely and make sure it is evenly distributed and blended out. Next, I'm going to get my Morphe M433 brush. This is my all-time favorite crease brush and packing brush. And I'm going to mix together the shades Sienna and Rustic and just place this on the outer corner. Then I'm just going to go back into my blending brush and go over those edges to make sure everything is nice and blended and buffed out. Using a flat packer brush, this is my M224, I'm going to dip into the shade Glistening right here. And I'm going to give it a just quick spritz of MAC Fix Plus and pop that right on the lid.
Now that was a third different brush for eyeshadow?
Yeah.
Because I'd still use the one.
Sponge tip thing?
Yes.
No.
I did.
Mom!
I put my makeup on in 5 minutes and out the door I go. And don't be saying anything.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, you still look amazing, but
Well, thank
you can do your makeup routine in 5 minutes and I take 2 hours for mine.
Exactly.
But
I don't have 2 hours.
no,
But
yeah, most people don't.
But what a difference the right products and the right brushes.
Right.
But you also have to have a technique, James. You're an artist. I am not an artist.
Well, not with that attitude, you're not.
No. My applicator works just fine.
Next, I'm just gonna grab this MAC 221S brush. It's just a tiny little blender brush, and dip into the slightest bit of Cypress Umber, and I do mean the slightest bit, and just put this right on the outer corner just to create a little tiny bit of dimension. I'm then just gonna go with the MAC Brown pencil in the shade Chestnut and line my mom's upper waterline. She usually uses a black eyeliner, but I'm really not a fan of using black when it comes to softer glam looks. And I think that just using a light brown will create a more softer, more natural look, which is what we want. I'm gonna pull my mom's eyelid up just to make sure I'm really getting into the root and base of the lash. That is obviously where we want the most color and most dimension to make the lashes look more defined and give them more volume. And then I'm just going to lightly sketch in a line. When we get to the outer corner, I'm pulling that liner up a little bit, not really a full-on wing, just to give her more dimension and to kind of lift her eyes up. I'm next gonna take the tiny packer brush that actually comes with the Soft Glam palette in all the Anastasia palettes and dip into the shade Rustic and just lightly buff this right alongside her lower lash line. No matter what eyeshadow look I'm going for, I think it is really, really important to balance out the top lid to the bottom lid. My mom does, however, have a little bit of smaller eyes, so I'm just using a really, really light wash of color to add a little bit of dimension, but to not close them up because that is obviously not what we want. I'm next gonna go into the Pretty Vulgar Nude Liner Pencil. I love the formulation of this, and like I said, my mom does have smaller eyes, so using a white or nude in the waterline is gonna really open them up and just make them pop. She also has beautiful bluish green eyes. Thanks for passing that on to me.
You're very welcome.
Love my shit brown eyes that I have going on, but
That's from Daddy.
it's really
That's
gonna
from
make them
Daddy
pop.
too.
Yeah. Okay, so that is actually the eyeshadow look all complete. Like my mom was saying, her normal makeup takes her 5 minutes. This is just a little bit more of a spicy situation to just brighten up her makeup routine a little bit. We literally did this eye look in I think 3 or 4 eyeshadow brushes, but definitely could have been achieved with a lot less if you're just an everyday makeup wearer. And I think this look is beautiful. It just makes her eyes very much pop. So our next step to make our eyes pop even more is going to be lashes. I'm next gonna have my mom curl her own eyelashes today using just a regular, what are you doing?
I'm trying to.
If you're like my mom and you don't really have a lot of lashes, thanks Dad for giving me these ones. It's really important to curl your lashes and use a really good mascara to provide volume and more dimension and attention to the eyes. For mascara today, on my mom, I'm gonna use the brand new Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. This one is really, really good and I like the formula a lot. It is the voluminizing mascara, which is gonna be perfect for people like my mom if you have small eyelashes.
Now, do you?
I'm once again holding my mom's eyelid up to get maximum access to her lashes, and I'm starting right at the base of the lash and then just wiggling it upwards to make sure all the lashes are nice and coated and black. I am gonna pop on a pair of false lashes today. Have you ever actually worn fake lashes before?
Never have I ever worn false
Oh
eyelashes.
my god, so this is definitely gonna be an interesting
It's gonna be
experience.
A new experience. I'm kind of excited. Are they
Yes.
comfortable to wear?
It depends
for
on
hours?
if you glue them on correctly. They definitely are, and I'm
Okay.
gonna be really careful to glue them on and definitely trim them to your lashes. I really like the style because they are definitely wispy, so they're not gonna be too dramatic, and they get longer on the outer end, so it's gonna provide a nice shape to my mom's eye. Before actually gluing this on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it on my mom's eyelid just with the sticky material that comes in the packaging. Look down for me. And I'm going to kind of measure it to her eye. Like I was saying, my mom does have very, very small eyelids. Oh yeah, so we have to cut a lot off today. It's important to cut your lashes so they flatter your eye shape in the best way possible and also don't poke you and come off all day long.
Wow,
Looks so pretty.
it looks beautiful.
How does it feel?
I think maybe I could get used to it.
You think?
It feels
Heavy?
heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can see like there's something.
Welcome to my world.
I blink a lot to begin with.
So do I. Is that where I get my blinking from?
Oh, I don't know, do you?
Everybody always comments my videos
Oh,
saying,
I-
you blink way too much. Why do you always blink? And I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, sorry. I do, I blink. I didn't
Okay,
realize.
sisters, you can stop complaining and now go comment on her Instagram and go harass her for the blinking. It's all your fault.
Thank you. Sorry. I gave you some good things too, bud.
All right, sisters, so that is one eye all complete. We're gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera just to save some time. Probably doing a whole lot of blinking while we're at it. And we'll be right back to finish off with the rest of the look. All right, guys, so we're back with both eyes all complete. Let's go ahead and finish up the rest of this Sister Christy Glam makeover today. The first thing we have to do is wipe away this bake because it has been sitting here for quite a long time now, and we definitely do not want it to get too baked. She's gonna be burnt to the crisp from the oven very, very shortly.
Don't forget to brush off my 5-head.
Thanks for this.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that, Mom.
You're welcome.
Tea and 5 head up in here. After brushing off the powder, I'm gonna lightly give her a spritz of the MAC Fix Plus just to kind of melt everything into her skin so nothing looks really, really cakey and textured. And then of course we have our sister fan. We're gonna give her a nice dry off. Okay, we have one question from Sister Shar, and she says, what is Mama Charles's proudest moment of James?
Would have to be when you graduated high school early. You were working part-time and taking very hard classes, still doing YouTube videos and makeup looks till 1, 2 in the morning and getting up and going to school and taking driver's ed, and you graduated with a nearly perfect average on top of all that on your plate.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty proud moment.
Thanks, Mom. I remember having so many arguments with our family about me graduating early and wanting to move out to California, and you guys were just like, no, it's not happening. Like, this is just a hobby. You're gonna get over this, which I don't blame them for, because when I was younger, I would always do something, do it for like a month, and then get bored and move on. So I honestly am still surprised to this day that I still am like loving makeup and I'm still so passionate about it. But I knew I wanted to do this, and it literally took me going to the guidance counselor's office without my parents knowing and setting up like my credits to graduate early, and then me going home once it was all finalized and saying, hey, I'm graduating.
No,
Well, it
you
was
gotta
literally-
finish the story. I'm graduating next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I knew I needed to get it done, and there were so many arguments about it, and nothing was moving, so I took initiative into my own hands.
Imagine that.
But it paid off.
It did. It worked out the way it was supposed to. But most people who want to be quote unquote rich and famous, it doesn't happen. It's a dream, which is great to have dreams, but you have to have option B because it doesn't usually happen for most people. And you had an almost perfect average, so I assumed you were going to go to college.
Yeah. Didn't want to go to college.
But no, I know, and it worked out again the way it was supposed to, but I had a hard time.
Next, we're gonna move on to Sister Christy's lippity doodads, which she definitely needs to have defined.
They are a little naked, aren't they?
They
need
are a little
something.
naked,
I don't
yeah.
usually wear any kind of lip color.
Really?
Never. I
Okay.
mean, unless when I go out, maybe if mom and dad have a date or something, date night. But on a daily basis, no, I don't.
Okay, so it's a special occasion.
It is a special occasion.
Oh, wow.
I got my lashes going. I gotta have some
Okay,
color.
so we're gonna start by overlining them using the MAC Boldy Bear lip pencil. I definitely want to overline them a little bit to give them a
Okay.
little bit more volume, a little bit more.
So you overline them with the pencil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna finish them off by filling them in with the Oprah Loca lipstick in the shade Sao Paulo. This is my all-time favorite, and you can use
Code James for 10%.
30.
Code James for 30% off.
There you go. Get that bargain,
Nice.
sisters. So the last of our makeup routine today is gonna be our setting spray, so this makeup can last all day long, and so Christy can have all the boys shaking on Hollywood Boulevard while she is here in LA. So I'm gonna give her a good spritz. And we have one final question as well from Sister Kingsley. I think this is a good way to end off the video. And that is, how has James changed your perspective on life?
Wow. I've learned from James, with all this going on, for myself, to be more confident. I'm 51 and I don't think I'm as confident as you are, and you're only 18. So I'm trying to learn from you that it's okay to be yourself and be proud of who you are and what you look like and your flaws and everything that comes along with it. And the mistakes people make, everybody makes them. And just embrace them, learn from them. So I'm actually becoming a better person because of you.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
No, thank you.
You're the best. All right, sisters, and this is the glamformation on my amazing mother, all complete. How do you feel?
I feel beautiful. I feel 20 years younger.
Really?
I do, really.
Oh, Mom.
So now you just have to move back home so you can glam me every...
Oh, yeah, not happening. Sorry,
for
gal.
special
Nope,
occasions.
not happening.
No?
Sorry, gal.
All
Love you
right.
the most, but not going back.
I tried.
If you guys enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below. How many do you think we should try to get for this video?
200,000.
Okay, sisters,
can do
you
it.
heard the woman.
We
can
can
do
do
it.
it.
I know you guys got this.
Confidence.
Also, if you have not already, make sure to click that big red subscribe button down below. Come join the sisterhood. We would love to have you in the family. If you'd like to follow me on my makeup journey, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They're both just James Charles. And my Snapchat for more behind the scenes type stuff is James Charles and the extra S after Charles. If you'd like to follow my mom on Instagram, you can follow her at
Christy B, B-E-E, 19.
I'll put her links down below. She literally comments back to you sisters all the time. So if you ever want to talk to anybody in the Charles family and I miss your comment, go comment on her Instagram because she'll probably write back to you within like 30 seconds. That's all she does all day long.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
It's not true. And if you enjoyed learning a little bit more about James when he was a kid, my sister and I, my real sister, teamed up and we worked on a little project.
James Charles, Born to Break Boundaries. Hashtag not sponsored.
Check it out on Amazon.com. There's some cute stories and adorable pics.
This week's sister shout out goes to Sister Ariana. Thank you so much, baby, for always following and supporting. You know I love you so, so, so much. And if you would like to be the next video sister shout out, make sure to always retweet your video links so they go live on Twitter. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. Much love from me and my amazing mother, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!